Welcome back to Liegel Show, where we educate and entertain. Of course, I'm your tutor, Julius Joseph. Kindly remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment on our videos. So, in this video, we'll be checking on some of the secrets, so some of the things you can do to tackle questions touching on the process costing based on the cost apportionment on joint products. So suppose you have been given a question in this area, then there are some things that you'll actually need to check on before actually apportioning the cost, maybe using the fiscal unit method, the sale value method, or even the sale value less post separation cost basis. That is, you'll have to check for what is termed as normal loss. Normal loss. Actually, you need to read the question to check whether there was a normal loss in the process. So suppose there is a normal loss. Let's say, for example, a normal loss occurred of 10%. Then you will have to check the effect of this. Remember, if in that kind of a process a 10% normal loss occurs, then the final product of such kind of a material which entered the process maybe will have a lower quantity as compared to what entered the process. For example, if we're having the crude oil being refined, and in that case maybe the crude oil that entered the process might be, for example, it was maybe, let's talk of 3 million liters. If that is the crude oil that is to be refined, and there is a normal loss of 10%. So by taking into account of the normal loss, the final product we are talking about here will have actually less liters. Will have less liters. That is, taking 10% of the crude oil, that is the 10% of this one, then you subtract from the original quantity that is being refined. You'll notice that the final product here will have less liters. So while handling question touching on joint products, remember, joint products actually, in most of the instances, they tend to arise from the same process. So we'll have to take keen note, check on the question whether there is a normal loss before apportioning any cost. Then again, what you need to check on while handling this question is if there is some processing cost. If there are some processing cost. So if in the question you are told to yes, maybe to calculate maybe the profit, or maybe to apportion cost based on those methods, the three known methods, and in the question you see there is some processing costs. Remember, this will have an effect somewhere. Checking on the cost of, for example, what you are talking about here, the crude oil, which is to be refined. If the cost of this crude oil maybe was, for example, 2 shillings per liter, then the cost of crude oil will now be those liters times 2. That is the cost. But which cost will we be apportioning? The cost to be apportioned will be this cost of crude oil minus the processing cost, which you will actually see in your question. The cost to be apportioned will be the original cost of the crude oil in this example less the processing cost, in case the question gives you the processing cost. Are we together? So you actually need to consider this. What will be apportioned is that cost minus the processing cost. So actually do consider, check on that wherever you're handling question based on apportioning of cost of joint products. Kindly subscribe, like, share, and comment. We meet in the next video.